Okay, so let's finish it off. So once we're finished this, we're going to start adding a couple of thick hairs and then a couple of thin hairs, like random individual hairs. Okay, we'll just leave it up to here, and then up here we'll just add those black highlights. I'm not gonna go all the way here. I'm not gonna do this area, so we'll stop there. We're just gonna continue doing it, Bob. Okay, so then from here we'll do the remaining lighter hair. Okay, so then after this, we'll finish this little part here. See these? I want to make these like these longer because I want them to overlap over the black hair. And this last bit here. Okay. Okay, so we have the first layer. Now for the second layer, I'll be adding thicker hair. And for that I'll be using this. It's just an empty pen with no ink. But please make sure that the pen has absolutely no more ink. Because the worst thing you want is for you to be indenting and then some ink like comes out and you're left with a blue line, whatever color ink the pen was. So I've had this for years and for sure it has no more ink. So basically what I do here is just add quick random hairs. Make a curve, come down, they overlap. But this step it's quicker because I don't want to add too many. So basically these would be like individual out of place hairs. Again, following the same layers that we added earlier. So we just add them quickly. We'll go back, same thing. Quick. Same here on the black spots. We gotta have some quick ones. The point of this is to add an extra layer of hair, which gives it much more depth. So you don't only have one type of hair. Now you have a thicker hair. So there's 3 types of hairs that you can add with this. So you have one that curves this way, one that goes down, and one that curves this way. You could also have like a few like wavy ones, but just keep them random. Just combine these different types of hairs. Again, following the same flow of hair that we added with those guidelines. Like you could have hair that curls up, like a single hair that curls up. And then once we start adding pencil, you'll be able to see these single hairs. And then we'll highlight them with a kneaded eraser to make them stand out more. Okay, let's start adding them here. Again, this is your drawing. You decide how the hair is gonna look. I know you have a reference image, but as you draw more and more, the hair can look like the way you want it to look. Like it doesn't necessarily have to look like your reference image. This is what I like about this technique. And a combination of these different lines, indentation, makes the drawing so much more realistic. Because if you look up close, a picture of hair, you'll notice these out of place hairs. So I'm just quickly adding these. So let's go back here, add a couple. Okay, let's go up here. Okay, you don't need to add these. You could just leave it with the first layer that you first added, but like I said, this is an extra bit of detail and realism that you add. And most of these hairs, you only see them up close. Like if someone steps up to the drawing, and that's how you see these. And I'm one of those that adds detail that maybe not everyone's gonna notice, but I know they're there. I just like adding stuff and details that most people wouldn't recognize, but I know they're there, and I know they should go there. But in the end, like these small details come together and they make a huge difference in the end result. So like I said, these are quick. You curve them, you make them long, you make them short, you crisscross them. And then when we're finished this, I'm going to add a couple of thin individual hairs with a needle stylus. Again, there's different ways of drawing hair. This is my way. So hopefully it's helpful for you guys. You'll find it useful. But you know what? Even as you start adding pencil, you can still go back, erase. If you notice that there's an area that doesn't have enough indentations, you could erase the pencil and then add a couple more indentations and then add pencil again. Because sometimes there's areas that you miss, or that you don't realize that you haven't indented. So when you start adding pencil, you find these spots. So you could just erase the pencil and then go back and indent again. Indent that area. Okay, let's add along the edge of the spot, like a couple long hairs. See, the template paper does help, because the thicker paper makes it easier for the indentations to show. Like you could do this on regular like printing paper, but it just doesn't look the same. And there's more of a chance that the paper is gonna rip, right? See, in this section we're gonna start going this way. We're gonna start turning a bit. See, by going this way, these hairs are gonna be overlapping the ones going this way. Okay, let's add the last bit of hairs, and then after that, one more layer. Then that's it. We'll start adding pencil. See, my goal here is to draw a full drawing from start to finish, and for you guys to follow along. But for that to happen, it's gonna be a lot of videos or something like that. Hopefully it'll happen. Okay, so here we turn this way, curve them. Like I said, the more they crisscross, the more texture you're going to have when you start adding pencil. Because the whole idea behind this technique is that when you start adding pencil, the areas that haven't been indented is going to be filled in with the pencil. So the indentations are not, because the pencil is not going to be able to touch its surface. So you're left with the white lines. So crisscrossing just gives the illusion of a hair, like messy hair that's overlapping each other, overlapping themselves. Okay, so I think that's it. Let me add a couple here. Again, you could add as many, make them as long as you want. Okay, now let's go back with the needle. Just add quick hairs that overlap, that are out of place. See, for this I press a bit more so they're more evident. It's just a bit more, touch of more realism. So we have thin hair, thicker hair, and then thin hair at the top. You know, and you could keep adding layer after layer. Just don't add too much, because then there might be the chance of the paper ripping. Okay, let's speed up a bit. Again, the thing with this, if you don't keep them random when you start adding pencil, they're just gonna look like scratches on the paper, which is what you don't want. So just quick, long, short indentation, just to suggest that there's like out of place hairs. Okay, and then the last bit here. Okay, that'll be it. So next video we're gonna start adding the pencil. So again guys, thanks for watching. Please subscribe, and I'll see you on next video.